look at my phone, open Instagram, and I see a video of Edge coming out to an AEW ring with his regular Edge theme music.
Yeah.
On this day, I see clearly. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was in utter shock watching the video where I'm like, am I dreaming? Like, am I still am I sleepwalking right now?
Did someone overlay this music?
Edge is in AEW? What did you think of Edge going to AEW?
I liked it. I mean, you knew it before. Because I knew it before. I tuned in and I never watched AEW.
Oh, I did not know before. Did they say this was going to happen?
It was there was a big rumor floating around that he was gonna show up then. They put out some promo code that was like for that Sunday event that was like our kid. Like it had something
Rated
to do
R
with Edge.
Superstar?
Yeah, it had something to do like where you could like
it was probably like rated
easily
R.
figured it out. Yeah. But so like it was pretty much set. But I watched it and it was saved for the end of the show. Christian obviously is out there, his brother in arms. But the pop was crazy. People went nuts.
See, I thought it could have been crazier. I thought it could have been. I was like, I thought this should be louder.
Well, but people did. We kind of knew about.
See, I didn't know.
Yeah. So like, I thought people went nuts though. Still, when that music hit specifically,
I don't like it.
You want a full break from it, or because he's not Edge, he's Adam
Copeland,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
the rated R superstar, but he kept rated R superstar.
Yep.
And his music.
Yep.
Okay, I did watch the press conference that he gave afterwards, and it seems like WWE basically said we don't have anything else for you. That's what it seems like.
Maybe I kind of had a different thought.
I mean, what was your thought?
I think he said like, I'm done. Let's bring Christian in. Let's do a little work here. And they said, we can't bring Christian. He's under contract. We don't want him here. And he said, okay,
so you think
let me out. Because I think like they let him out in a friendly manner just because they allowed him with no bullshit to use his music again. Because I think they held that up.
They gave him, here's the other thing. You always come back to the WWE. Yeah. Edge will come back. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but he had a neck injury. He was already kind of done. He might
not wrestle again WWE.
Oh yeah.
But he'll come back.
Of course.
He'll do.
But I think he wanted to do one more thing with Christian. He's going to do
WWE or just in general.
In general, like I think he wanted like one thing, like because you're going to see he's going to do a program with Luchasaurus, I think his name is, and then they're going to build it up into that, and then they'll do one more tag team together. They'll get over their feud, and then he'll ride. They'll both ride off.
You see, I don't think so because I was watching a promo. He said he's naming all the guys he could get in the ring with.
Yeah, well, he's saying that like he's gonna all the young guys. I think he wants to be like the anti CM Punk.
Well, here's why and we'll get to CM Punk in a second. Here's why I don't like this Edge to AEW thing. It's because I don't trust that AEW is gonna do the right thing with him, and I say that. Like AEW is just they just have different, and I'm not saying it works for them. Obviously, like they've done a great job. Like the AEW, Tony Khan, the Bucks, Omega, whoever else is running it, they've done a fantastic job. Like
all the Punk stuff is great.
Who else could do that? Like create this brand and go to TBS and TNT and sell out Wembley Stadium. Like no other company's doing that.
Yeah.
Like credit to these guys. Jericho, I got to give him credit. I'm trying to think of like the OGs, right? Cody gets credit for that, of course. But I just think they cater to a different audience that I'm not in.
Like the two,
and I'll give you the example. I'll give you a couple examples. So CM Punk, who's now gone from AEW, and I guess I was proven wrong that it wasn't a work, though.
Who knows?
Yeah. Crazy things have happened. Maybe he's just hurt again. I don't know. Though CM Punk did tease WWE in a couple months at Survivor Series in Chicago.
Yeah. And Shawn
Hold on. We'll get to the CM Punk WWE stuff. But CM Punk is gone. He was there for what, 2 years?
Yep, just about 2 years.
We never saw CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. No. Is one of the dumbest things I have. So, like, that to me is like if AEW was going to have the dream match, that's it. And they never had it.
Yeah.
And they did this thing with Daniel Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr. Is that who it is?
I think so. I don't
really know. I don't really know.
That, yeah.
I mean, I've heard the name. I think that if he had walked onto the screen and you didn't put the name under his title, I'm not sure I would have known who it was. But they had Daniel Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr., and they promoted it saying the dream match. And I'm sitting there going, a dream match for who? Because I don't even know who the other guy is. And am I saying Bryan Danielson? Daniel Bryan? What is it? Bryan Danielson.
Bryan.
Sorry. Daniel Bryan will always be engraved in my brain.
Because the WWE is a superior product.
Well, it's the yes movement, right? But a dream match for who? A dream match for like the diehards of the diehards who...
It's real to me, damn it, guys.
But for the most part, they do these dream matches like the wrestlers have. That's a dream match for Daniel Bryan. And so, like, my concern is that they have that mindset with Edge, that Edge is naming all these guys he wants to go up against. It's like, well, what's the real dream match, though? Like, are you just giving us your dream matches? Because that's not my dream match as, like, the casual, big-picture wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a match with Kenny Omega? Like, that's the dream. Like, Kenny Omega is kind of the guy you want to see go WWE, right?
That's it.
And, like, he won't. So it's like, okay, he needs to go up against the WWE guys that come over. Those are the dream matches.
Yeah.
I feel like they haven't done that. And so, well, I think they did it with Bryan Danielson, but they didn't do it with Punk. Are they going to do it with Edge? I don't trust that they're going to do it with Edge. Like, I don't trust that they're going to give us those real dream matches. Like, WWE gives you the dream matches. They give you The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. Yep. They give you...
Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan.
John Cena versus The Rock.
Yeah.
We're about to get Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania 40, which The Rock said some interesting things, which makes me believe that...
It was happening before.
It was happening before, but he also said the reason it didn't happen was because The Rock needed something to be different about it. They needed to be like a special storyline. Now, if he didn't think the Bloodline storyline was special, then he needs something else to happen. He was saying something unique, something different. And what I was thinking was, well, Cody gets the money in the bank and cashes in.
Yeah.
Like, that's the different, right? But now, and I guess we're getting away from Edge to AEW to WWE and CM Punk. If you're WWE, you see Edge go to AEW. If you're Vince McMahon, do you bring CM Punk in?
Yes, you have to. You can work with them. The guy he pulls numbers. What Shawn Michaels said, I don't know if you saw that, but he said he would always be welcome at NXT. The guy is a problem, but he always shows up and always puts on a show. If you can work with him, you work with him. He's one of the best.
I think CM Punk is coming back to the WWE. If all that stuff is real, he really is gone from AEW. It's over. I was wrong. If I was wrong and he's done, I almost feel like him being done with AEW was either premeditated by him to get out and get to WWE. Remember, he had that meeting with WWE, like in Chicago. He showed up at the stadium while he was with AEW. I think WWE needs to bring CM Punk in for reasons that you just said. I mean, he's going to pull numbers. He's going to make them some money. Not that like they're hurting for money, but
it's great stories though too. You can.
Well, you could have him show up number 30 at the Rumble, and Cody's the only one left, and it's him and Cody, and suddenly it's like Cody was about to finish the story
again
until the guy that took over his company he started said, "Fuck that! I'm out of there to come to ruin your story." Like that would be something, right? Yeah. That's great storytelling. So you got to do something like that if you're the WWE.
How do you leave that talent? So
CM Punk is going to get to WWE. CM Punk's, if all the stuff in AEW is real, like I listened to a podcast, it was like Disco Inferno, and they had one of the guys from Undisputed Era. What's his fucking name? Not Roddy Strong.
I don't know.
Bobby Fish. And he was talking about, he's like, oh, like CM Punk was trying to be the locker room leader. Like, Who the fuck do you think you are calling yourself the locker room leader? We'll call you the locker room leader if we think you are. And I'm like, dude, you were in NXT. Like, this is what I think people in AEW didn't realize about CM Punk. And this is why I am a little turned off about AEW, because I do feel like I am siding with CM Punk. Because whether you like him or not, CM Punk has been around the block. And he wasn't just in Ring of Honor and NXT around the block. He fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He had like the longest reigning WWE title run for a long time, right?
Yeah.
He was involved in a storyline, a major storyline with Vince McMahon. A major storyline with John Cena. I mean, there's so many things with Triple H. There's so many things that CM Punk did. He should have been the locker room leader in AEW. If you're not letting him be that, then you're just a bunch of stubborn dudes that think you know what you're doing, that think you're the best. But CM Punk is better than you. Listen to him. You don't have to like him, but be a sponge. He's got advice. Take it. He fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That has value in your industry. There's just too many people in that industry that I feel like...
Maybe soft isn't the right word, but it feels like they would have...
Like, they're just like prima donna.
They would have had the same problem with Shawn Michaels, the greatest of all time, when he was the biggest asshole of all time.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know, it speaks volumes. And I'm listening to this guy talk about how... Oh, he didn't want to listen to CM Punk. And it sounded like nobody wanted to listen to CM Punk. And it's like, well, is that CM Punk's fucking problem? Or is it your problem? It seems like everybody in AEW is they teamed up and they were like, we don't want this guy as our locker room leader. It's like, why?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You don't like him? Well, what did he do to get you to not like him? Oh, he was trying to give you advice? And you didn't want to listen? Like,
also the biggest thing that's ever happened in AEW. Bigger than Edge going over. CM Punk going over is is the biggest thing that ever happened. Bigger than Jericho even. Maybe not Cody Rhodes, because that was pretty seminal, but...
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, it's something about Edge to AEW. I mean, if Edge wanted to do it, good for him. Obviously, he wanted to do it.
Christian is part of it, though. That it seems like he...
Yeah, I mean, that's the first storyline. He wanted that storyline with Christian. I get it.
I think that's all he'll
do.
Who
am I to tell Edge what he should and shouldn't do or can and can't do? I'm speaking as a WWE fan. I mean, if WWE had nothing for him, then I get it. I mean, if I was Edge... I mean, I have mixed emotions on this, too. He did headline WrestleMania. Granted, it was like the first post-COVID one in a half-empty, half-full stadium in Tampa Bay, where it was him and Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. I mean, that was a pretty cool storyline.
Yeah.
But if I'm Edge, I think my disappointment with WWE would be, man, I came back and, risking a lot to come back after the serious, the neck injuries, and you didn't give me the title? You even bring in another title, and you won't give me that? Like, that would piss me off if I was Edge. Like, you can't have me beat... Because what is the Seth Rollins title reign been? I mean, has that not been the most boring fucking title reign of all time?
They seem to like it, but I agree with you. They seem to like it.
I mean, and I'm a Seth Rollins guy, too.
But
right?
it's
like,
just,
I think Seth Rollins is one of the best in WWE, but you're right. It's stale. Yeah. I don't even think it's a knock on Seth Rollins. I don't think there's much you can really do. I think he was put in this position where it's stale.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think WWE did him any favors by basically letting us know almost ahead of time that was a title being made for him.
Yeah.
Without telling us. That's not Seth Rollins' fault.
No, it's not at all.
But I'm also...
but a little bit, though. Like, figure it out from that perspective, too.
I have a different take than a lot of people in wrestling because I actually say, I think the title makes the guy. People say it the other way. They say, oh, the guy makes the title. I disagree.